It's D-Day here at the BDC Round 1 Teesside. Went very, very well in the afternoon yesterday in practice. Absolutely unbelievable. Got my line dialed and very, very happy. Went out this morning, we had the driver's briefing and went out first thing and nailed it. Unbelievable. So maybe a little bit of a small fine tuning sort of in clips on the track, but very, very happy. Done 2 runs, feeling confident in myself and the car. So we are just going to take a break, relax. The car is good. Nicky had engine failure yesterday, and well, not engine failure, he broke a cam, exhaust cam broke. So what we done is we got an exhaust cam in Ireland, we got it to Longford, it was flown out here in a private plane, arrived in a private plane, and as you can see, Nicky has got his cams. Nicky was so upset yesterday, he was going home, and I said that's not happening. So we organised it, we got his cam out here, we're going to get these cams back into this car, get it running, get him out for a couple of practice sessions and get him into the game. So you couldn't write it, it's unbelievable. Drift community is definitely strong, and yeah, we're going to relax now, and then we are going to be going live, which you've probably seen, at 11:45, and fingers crossed we'll nail that line, get a good score, get into the battles, and we're pushing it the whole way to the podium.
Flick it in towards clip 1, how it should be.
That was absolutely fantastic.
Who do you want to thank, Nicky? I did tell the full story, so big thanks to DY Engine Services. Drifting community is strong, so they're getting this engine back together. Best in the business. And he may be getting a big job out of this after this weekend, Nicky.
Yeah, fair play to everyone. Great, everyone is so good helping out. It's great.
You were going home yesterday?
Yeah.
Went home with a podium today. Going home with a podium was right. And a fucking hangover tomorrow.
Yeah, no, an awesome, well, an interesting little car there. It's just it's almost a standard BMW.
Yeah, that's right. Adam Simmons, I think, uses it as his as one of the demonstrator cars. Obviously, he's got 2 of these chassis. Maybe he's just, he's got a spare.
I think he's just got a thing for Z cars.
Well, when he first built this car, we were not criticism, but we were very unsure as to how it was going to react and whatnot. Thinking it's a small car, but it's actually the same wheelbase length as an S-body.
Is it?
Yep, it's obviously you are sat very, very far back. Your bum is on the axle almost.
Well, I went out in Adam Simmons' car yesterday.
As a passenger?
In his Z4,
yeah.
As a passenger.
And what
He
do you think,
wouldn't quite let me drive it. But it is
I'm not
awesome
surprised.
bit of kit. Yeah, I wouldn't let me drive it.
No, I would let you.
But that is an absolutely awesome bit of kit. Built by one of our judges, Jason Clark.
Yeah, Jason Clark, who's took a step back from competition drifting, wants to rebuild his RX-7, but yeah, done a lot of work for a lot of these guys, especially Adam Simmons, Biz Phillips, and getting the fabrication work done. So at the minute we're having a look around Niall Gerrett's BMW.
Yeah, another S54 powered E46. There's lots and lots of tube work. Looks like it's on in there.
Yep, as you can see, they've got like the NASCAR style door bars on there as well, just to give them as much room in the cockpit as possible. So they'll take the door skins out and remove them from the inside of the car. So when they shut the doors, the side of the roll cage comes around into the door bar, so it just gives them a bit more room in the cockpit. Gone are the days of having the straight door bars or cross braces, just to give these drivers as much room as possible. We can see Colgate there, our start line marshal, just speaking with Noel.
Just talking to Noel. This is the first time Noel has competed in the British Drift Championship. He's an Irish Drift Series driver and founder of Old School New School Car Show in Longford, Ireland. Moved up from an E36 325 to the E46 M3 just over a year ago, and the best decision ever for Pro 2. Says he's looking for the top spot this weekend, so this will be interesting to see what he can do in qualifying.
Yep, some of these drivers obviously just seen what's happened with Aidan previously. Maybe just having a chat. Is there any fluids on the track? Maybe they're just sweeping it up to make sure that there's no oil been deposited there.
Oil, debris, bits of glass, anything like that. There's going to be a lot of stuff, all manner of things.
So you can see the exhaust on the BMW there, as you're just looking. Downturned, not like your normal road car there, Mike.
No, so a lot of these drivers having to put downturn exhausts on their car. There's 2 tailpipes there, so it's hard to see. A very interesting setup there. But that is to deflect the noise, so it almost acts as another silencer, because the noise that comes out of the exhaust has to reverberate against the concrete floor or tarmac floor before it gets to your ears, so it dampens the noise and acts as an extra sound dampening.
Can you tell that Mike Walton used to build Formula 1 exhaust with that explanation of why exhaust reverberation noise is so critical?
We didn't have to deal with that in Formula 1.
No, exactly. Just send it out and make as much power as possible. But that's the reason why these cars run the downturned exhaust. As you can see there, it looks like he's got a short shifter on it, a hydro right next to his hand, so he can use the lock the rear brakes to reinitiate or settle the car when he's drifting.
It's a quite interesting angle on the hydro there. It looks a bit almost like you'd have to tilt your hand to get to it. But all these cars are obviously built. They're their own cars, built by the people that own them, and everyone just sets their car up exactly how they want their car. So you'll go into there, someone would sit in someone else's car and the layout will be completely different just because of personal preference, and that's because each individual person builds their own car.
Yep, well, different shapes and different sizes as well. Obviously, shorter guys, taller guys, everything is set very specific, so that it's memory muscle. Everything feels exactly where it needs to be, so that you're not thinking for the round 1 of the BDC Championship.
Yeah, so 60, as we said earlier, 60 drivers today.
So,
okay, so we've got a sighting lap here, just to make sure everything is okay with the track.
Yeah, Niall not wanting to obviously initiate and damage his car by throwing it in and finding that there's oil on the track, so obviously for safety reasons they've just given him a sighting lap so he can see that everything's all right on the initiation, on the run up and the initiation to clip 1.
Yeah, and then shutting down for the rest of the track because it doesn't want to waste those precious tyres.
Well, like you were saying, there's no point putting extra pressure through the engine and wasting the tyres when you're not even going to get a judged run. So just making sure everything was all right for his run in a second, as we see coming back round the track. Just keep the temperatures down on the car as well.
Yeah, come around the rest of the track, he'll line back up and then he will be ready to go.
It's nice to see that we've got a lot of the Irish guys have made the trip across as well.
Yeah.
For this weekend.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's not just a British grid. This year we've got lots of drivers from all over the world.
Yeah, absolutely. But mainly a lot of these drivers are UK based. Yeah, and I don't think they've travelled from out of Europe, obviously due to restrictions and things like that.
No.
But these guys are obviously UK based drivers, which you can tell with some of the styles of the cars as well. The very European E30 Mad V8s.
Yeah. So you see now they're doing that donut that we were just talking about, just scrubbing all that debris off and driving around the track. And he is going to line up. The start marshal check everything's okay and he's happy.
Doesn't look like this is a turbocharged car either there, Mike. No intercooler in the front of it, so looking like it's a stock engine.
Just a normally aspirated S54 engine.
Yep,
and looks like everything is A-OK.
Smiles and a fist pump there.
Let the track marshals give the OK.
Yep, getting the thumbs up. Looks like he's been rubbing the walls already. Knocked the lens off the rear light there. I wonder if he's
been having some fun in practice, that's for sure.
And that being obviously a protector as a bash bar, not running a bumper, but got a bash bar on the back there for this reason. So Niall Geraghty off the line here, as we tentatively flick it in towards clip 1. How it should be.
That was absolutely fantastic. That was textbook, slightly off of clip 2 there, and nicely through clip 3, and quite early onto the wall, which is what the judges wanted to see from clip 4 and clip 5.
Yep, nice and fluid there as you come around the second half of the track, but what an initiation and what a first entry, getting the clipping points there. I think this is going to be a very, very high start. Him driving the wheels off this car, like we were saying, being a normally aspirated engine, he was fully committed there into clip 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Just sort of wheel off there through clip 7, just getting a little bit lively onto that concrete. That is over the judged line.
Watch this initiation. He flicks it in and just
perfect.
rubs the car perfectly along that wall.
Fantastic.
And that is exactly what the judge wanted to see, carrying all the speed as he comes down towards clip 4, not using the handbrake to scrub the speed there. And a really nice line as he comes through the second half of the track. I think he's probably going to be rewarded for that that initiation.
I would hope that he's going to be rewarded for that run, because it was very nice to watch. Just see what the judges have to say in an 85-point run.
Yep, as you can see there, putting Nally into 3rd place. Massive, massive commitment on that first entry, which has been rewarded with that going into battles. So, next up, Niall Geraghty. Saw a beautiful wall rub with this car earlier. Really, really good into the first initiation. So let's see what we can do. Nice flick.
Oh, a little bit shy on the wall this time.
Not as close as last time, but still carrying plenty of pace and a very chaseable line. I don't think him, looking at it, has put a wheel wrong, really, to be fair, just like we're saying, a little bit shy.
Very nice into clip 4 there, and held it long and nice and around the outside of that second hairpin, which, as we can see, is very tricky to do, but he's pedaling the nuts off of that car. You can hear it right up in the rev range.
Just flicks it in, but like we were saying, using the weight transfer rather than the handbrake on these lower powered cars is key, because as soon as you pull on the handbrake, to lock the rear wheels and initiate the car, the revs drop off, but you lose the speed.
And you've got to re-spin the wheels back up again. So
easier done for the turbo cars with the bigger horsepower, but yep, another great score for Nally Geraghty, improving. No, not 85 on his first run, staying in 14th place, so an 83.33 there for his second run.
Very, very close, but yeah, not quite an improvement.
Super consistent, and that's
what you want to see.
That's a good place to be in.
He's going to line up. The start marshal check everything's okay and he's happy.
Why not, mate?
Does it all like the turbocharged car either there, right? No one can go in front of it, so no, like it's a stock engine. Just a normally aspirated. Yeah, okay, looks like everything is A-OK. Smiles and a fist pump there.
Here, stand on me.
Yeah, getting this little one. Through the wall or if not, then it's he's been having some fun practice, that's for sure. And that being obviously a protector as a bash back, not another one, but we've got bash back there for this reason. So now getting off the line here as we tentatively flick it in towards the block.
Yes. One.
Slightly off the flip 2 there, but nice and through clip 3 and quite early onto the wall is what the judge wants. Keep a pin. Clip 5. Yeah, nice and fluid there as you come down the second half of the track. What initiation and what first entry. Like we say, if you've been a normally aspirated engine, he was fully committed there into clip 1. Yeah. So, next up, Geraghty. Saw a beautiful wall run with this car earlier. Really, really good into the first initiation. So let's see what we can do. Nice. But still carrying plenty of pace and a very chasing line. I don't think looking at it, it's put a wheel wrong really to be fair, like we said, a little bit sharp.
Not very nice to get through there and held it long and nice to get around the outside of that second hairpin. Which, as we can see, is very tricky to do, but it's pedaling the nuts on that car.
Just back in from qualifying. What a day. Car's running unbelievable, sun is shining, and we've qualified with an 85 on the board. First run out, 85. We didn't just improve on that on the second run, but still it doesn't matter. We've got our 85. We're in the top 32, sitting about 17th position. So we're going into the battles at 3 o'clock, and we're just going to send it as hard as we can, and hopefully we can get through to the top 16 and bring it the whole way to the podium. So I'm super happy, and the support that's behind me is unbelievable. I want to thank everybody for all their messages, phone calls, everything. It's just unbelievable, and I hope us all do you proud. Nicky is nervously waiting. You have it?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh.
That close. That
What
close.
position are you, Nicky?
30th. When it's 75.
So they can put a 75 in the board and you're sitting 30 position.
Sitting patiently here.
Drivers, lads, high scoring this game.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. The cars
There was a
are-
time you'd get into top 30 battles with a 50 or 60 then.
Yeah. Not here. Not today anyway.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
But hopefully, fingers crossed.
We're hoping and praying here.
Oh, yeah, so cars are going good. Nicky got his car sorted by DUI Engine Services. They sorted his car, and the BMW is singing. Absolutely brilliant. So, take a little break now. Back out top 32, and we're going for it.
Broken, so rather than leave it out on track to struggle to get it back in again, I think they might just retire both of those guys into the pits.
Very clear cut, I believe.
Yep,
Jack Mooney getting the win there. So next up, Ryan Hughes and Nally Gerhi.
Start line Marshall Lee just setting them off the line here.
Ryan Hughes to lead, Nall to chase. Nice big entry from Ryan there. No, not really having any answer at all as Ryan drives away. Now finding a little bit of legs to try and catch up with him, but not really having an answer. Ryan just powering through the rest of the circuit. Probably look behind him, seeing he can't see any other cars as he drives away. Now not having an answer at all whatsoever.
No, very, very fast initiation there from Ryan Hughes, and then just maintaining that gap, keeping on the power. You can see plenty of separation already on this first initiation, and Ryan there just keeping it pinned. Nice, and not too much angle as well to carry the speed as he's gone through the second half of the track.
Yeah.
And Nile not having an answer for that speed.
Yeah, very smooth, very fast, and
slight advantage.
Advantage to now. To Ryan, sorry.
So we'll get these guys back up onto the start line, get them re-gridded. This is always a tentative time when you know you've got a driver who's a little bit slower than you, and you either throw it all in and you end up making the mistake yourself, or you hold back slightly and catch him on the second half of the track.
Yeah.
But Ryan Hughes there, not letting Nile get too far away, playing it smart. As you'll see, you'll start to rein him in now, but wow. Nile there getting all out of shape, carrying too much speed and dropping off the back of the track.
Ryan's doing a really good job to stay behind him and not fall for the same line that he is, although they both drop off the track through clip 7 as Ryan Hughes climbs up on the side of Nile as they come across the end of the track. A little bit of a wobble there from Ryan, but I think the damage has already been done.
Yeah, and as you can see, a lot of speed here. Nile's just dropped 1, 2, 3 wheels off track. And it's always difficult as a chase driver. You can sometimes get sucked into the car, falling off track, and you're concentrating on them so hard in front that you can follow them in and cause yourself to come off track.
So he did an absolutely fantastic job keeping himself on the track and not getting sucked into that. I think he knew he had an advantage from the first run. I imagine he looked out the mirror around that last corner and didn't see him there, and
that was enough. Job done.
Was enough. The judges there saying advantage to Ryan, but they need to confirm it.
Yep, and we can confirm Ryan Hughes takes the win over Nile. Pretty clear cut on that. Judges have having it easy so far, Mike. Not.
Ryan Hughes to lead. Making the mistake yourself or the whole backside switch on the second as you'll see, you'll start to rein him in now. For the same line that he is, or they both drop off the track with as Ryan Hughes
continue climbs on the side of Nile as they come across the end.
That's our weekend finished here at the BDC round 1 in Teesside. Went into top 32 battle and come up again Ryan Hughes in a very, very powerful car with semi-slicks, and done as best I could, drove as hard as I could, but the M3 just didn't have the legs to progress onto the top 32, but had an absolute brilliant weekend. The support behind me all weekend has been unbelievable. I want to thank everybody for that. I want to thank Dylan Garvey for spotting for me all weekend and probably getting me to where we did get to. So Dylan has been a huge help. Connor Shannon and Jack Shannon as well for the advice. Blaine Raftery, everybody's super advice all weekend, and that's really what done it for me. And of course my dad, Paul Dowd, Andrew Reynolds, everybody all over here. So it's brilliant for the guys to come over and support me. But look, we may not do every round of BDC, but we will be back at BDC. Definitely be back at BDC, and maybe with some more power. Stay tuned. Look, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the support. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we hopefully bring you loads more content like this very, very soon. That's it for one unbelievable weekend at BDC. Fair play to all the boys. We've done pretty damn good. It's been an eventful one.